Hello everybody, Motherboard here with episode 24 of BeamNG Drive Career Mode with the RLS Career Overhaul Mod, as well as several others, all listed down in the description. So today's episode, we got out the COVID again. I'm honest, I cannot get away from the car. I love this car. And I mean, it just drives and handles very well considering, and it sounds a lot faster than what it is. But I mean, it's one of those things, like, just for what it is a lot of fun and very good. But as you may know, today's episode we're going to be focusing on mashing missions, getting on through them. We got a mission smasher going here, so I might change car, but we'll see what happens. I did do a lightweight interior and removed the rear seats to try to help the car be a little bit quicker. Our first marker is right here on the sidewalk, so nice. So I just gotta get up on the sidewalk a bit. There we go. So Glasgow City Tour. By default, we would be taking either the ETK 800 series or, well, no, it looks like ETK 800 is the only default vehicle. Goal here is to beat 8 minutes 45 seconds with a lap under 4 minutes 20 seconds. This is a longer one, but it's just 2 laps, so hopefully within 10 minutes we'll have it done. I don't think I'll be needing to do a second run. Slowest part is definitely going to be running through the city. Want to try to minimize the amount of damage we do to the car. Other than that, I think we're good to start. Did also adjust the red line, so it's a little bit closer to shift point here. We're not going quite too far. Looks like our UI, like gauges and stuff, are kind of sticking right now in there. Let's go ahead and adjust that real quick so we can hit that main menu. UI apps. We got to be careful because the game does like to unpause at times when doing the apps thing. Should be able to edit, hide in cockpit, because we have our gauges down here. We can rely on those. Oh no. Got all thrown off there. Yeah, we're not in good shape. Okay, I think we can just restart and not worry about it. Maybe this will go a little bit better, because if I don't pause the game or edit things, it should be okay. Just gonna try to keep it nice and smooth. I just gotta remember these not racing slicks. And the car does have a good amount of body roll. Maybe we need to up the roll bars a little bit here. The anti-sway bars give a little stiffer. We're also kind of battling to keep some warmth into the tires. The rear tires really do not like to hold heat, so that's more like it. This thing honestly corners so well, and it's so nimble, just even though we don't have racing slicks on it. You can see the G-force down there. It's a little all over the map, but I was thinking about taking this Centilla, but honestly, if we wreck that, we definitely have to have a repair forgiveness for that, so this at least to be a little bit cheaper to fix. Go ahead and stick it to the inside there, we should be good. I feel like we're going in reverse of how this normally goes, but I don't know if it's been changed since last update or something. I thought it went the other way. I could be getting confused. We do have 6 speeds, so we're able to push into towards that 200-mile-an-hour mark. I bet we're at like 192 here. Yeah, look at that. Brakes are fading up front. We definitely need more cooling to those, or better ones, something like that, but it should be alright. Hood cam, they'll definitely like that. A little bit more engine noise. There, so this will be the slower part. You gotta kind of did also put a skid plate on, so that should help us a little bit here. First lap. Hit it in 4:08, so we were definitely okay here, even with everything kind of overheating. The engine seems to be getting a little bit warm, but I wouldn't argue it's overheating. Now I'm going to hope that with this we're going to be a little bit better off for our temperatures and stuff as we get towards the highway, and we'll cool things down again. Oh boy. Definitely messed something up in the right front there. A little bit of a weirdness with the... Wouldn't say we're pulling to the left, but as soon as I start to give it input, it pulls a little harder. We do have a minor pull to the left, just a little one, but I think our camber is what's messed up. Not 100% yet. It does look like our left rear is messed up though, for sure. Take it just a little bit easy. Probably inspect that better on the highway here. Yeah, left rear is a little bit squished. It looks like we blew the suspension out there. Right front Doesn't seem too bad, honestly. I think you see the speed catch up here a little bit. Go a little bit early on the braking though here. It's a good thing because we're really squirrely under that. Catch that little bit of a slide there. I always think I'm going to go up that hill there. I guess I'm just so used to going that way. There. I completely forgot about that for a minute. Radiator's damaged. But we're nearly to the end, so we got this. There we go. Yeah, that front end is messed up, mangled, and mashed. But we did it. We got all objectives complete. Okay, have that. So that'll give us a grand total of all these rewards. 16,000 plus 4,000, 20,000 credits. That's what I say. Like this, doing this right away in the start, very good deal. I probably will just go ahead and knock these out immediately in next season when we get there. So that gives us 2 more vouchers, so we're up to 10. So we're going to continue here. And of course, our car is very unhappy. I want to roll on down over the seal brick here, though. Oops. Started to go off in third. That did not work. That guy's on the move, huh? Try not to make things too much worse here. Let's go ahead and see what our repair costs can end up being. I hit to insurance, that kind of stuff, but also I want to see if there's anything I can do to the brakes. I don't think, because I think I recall we did what we could. Looks like 2 minutes, 0.99%, otherwise 15 minutes at 14,000. We're going to take a massive hit to our insurance rates, but we need this car. We got some more stuff to do. Tuning. Oh yeah, front cooling ducts can definitely go up. We'll go up to like 60%. And I think our rear, honestly, can come down to, I don't know, let's just do 11. I don't want to go too far and get it too hot. I think that'll be all right. We're going to put this to 0.69. And I think we'll be all right there. We're just a little bit on the long side for that 6th gear. There we go. So at least as far as West Coast is considered, I don't think 6th gear we're going to really top out, but at least we have that option to get some good speed going with that. Now let's go ahead and take a look in the map here. What do we have next for today? Oh, APM challenges. Yeah, here we are. So we've got gravel introduction and all these different ones here, but I'm not so interested in those. In fact, I am more interested in trying to see if these will work again or not for the racetrack. Otherwise, we've also got some others down here. Pure Classics and the Seal Brick Special, I think, is going to be a little bit of a fun one there. And Bootlegger's Run is one that we need the rally car for realistically. Otherwise, there's all this other stuff for drifting and everything else, and I just want to try to get through as many of these as I can besides all of these, because these take a while. I might have to look into seeing if I can get a really heavy downforce car setup deal to see if I can get the rally done any quicker that way or something. I'm not 100% sure how I'll try and push that faster, but let's see what we can do here. In fact, I don't need that. What I need to do is just use a tow to the race paddock. I'll basically take us right here to where we need to be. Yeah, synchronizer likes to get damaged here with the shifting for some reason. Somebody's in trouble, and I don't think it's me, but the UI thingy down there could be wrong. So let's see if we can do this, though. Then a double check here. Yeah, I don't think I've seen... Yeah, okay. I was checking just to make sure, because look, I don't want to try and start this and it being bugged out, cause an issue potentially. Let's go ahead and try our vehicle, see if we can get this to work, see if this freezes up, crashes the game, if it does the stuff like we tried when we tried this in the past. I'm hoping this time it'll actually work and not be all laggy and everything, but if it still is, then it's a continued bug, and who knows what it would be related to that way for sure. So of course we get normal performance here. Last time I tried this. It looks like we can actually do it, so that's good. Oh, maybe I spoke a little too soon. Yeah, it's kind of up and down. It's, I would say, serviceable. For the most part, it's fine. It's kind of like game time is kind of going up and down. Not as bad as what I tried this before. I couldn't even get it. It's definitely something weird to be taking a look into, though. Doing pretty good, keeping it kind of smooth. It's surprisingly getting a good hang of it, I'd say. Now we're on to our final lap. Just managed to catch that there. Front tires are not getting warm enough. Might need to pull back that cooling a little bit. Or if I'm a little bit heavier on the brakes, maybe. Yeah, that didn't really do anything better there. Pushed me behind more. So kind of where I've been braking has been good and how I've been doing it. So that's not too bad. I think we did all right here. 3 minutes 11.164, which does beat all of the goals and not in a stupidly fast way, in my opinion, either. So let's see, what do we have for rewards? We have a total of 6,500 plus 1,625 for a total of 8,125 credits. I think it said 307,699. Wow. Wow. 2 more vouchers, which is what I want. Try to get us some more vouchers, that way we can start being a little bit crazy again. So it worked, but there's definitely some weirdness there. Let's see. What would be, I suppose, backing up? We can go back here. We'll go on over into the drag paddock here. Wow, I managed to save that from any sort of a scrape. We should be able to just get in here, and then the computer pops up as soon as we're in, so we're good there. Tuning. Front cooling ducts, 60 is a little much. Let's go down to 45. That should help us out. All right. And then I guess, let's see, yeah, going through the parking lot this way would be a pretty decent deal to get us on over to the missions again. The same spot to do the last one. There we go. Here we are, back to this again to see if I can even do the full circuit challenge. So I don't want the ETKK series or the Bastion. I want our car. Well, let's see if this works or not. Yes, yeah, there's definitely something happening, and I'm wondering if maybe it has to do with the traffic, or it's trying to load something that no longer exists, or you know, I'm not sure. I'm putting up the console here. What we can do is we can get rid of the debug and info. So we can also see warnings, which like this one, it talks about radial buttons overlapping and some of that stuff. But honestly, I'm surprised we're not loaded in yet. Is this one going to crash us? Is that what's going on? Is our car's there. So yeah, these are broken for some reason. Refreshing the UI, and there we go. Whether or not this is going to work, we'll see. So 6 minutes, 20 seconds, going to be 3 laps. We want a 2:03 or lower, which is going to be really difficult if the game's being unfair with us about some stuff. But it looks like we're off to a good start as far as frame rate and everything here. We got a little hiccup. But again, I think it's like the last. I can just manage with it. Hopefully you guys bear with me on that too. I just want to knock these out. Even when you have ABS, sitting fully on the brakes is not gonna give you as much braking as trying to rely less on it. Like a little bit of ABS is better than a lot of ABS, basically, is what I'm saying. So you want to try to keep noise down, because noise is lost energy. And in this case, that would be less braking. Definitely late on that, but I think we got it. We're doing 2 races at once, it looks like, which would be, that's kind of been a thing, and I think that's just going to continue to be a thing in that sense, so. That just gave us 9,500 credits bonus as well, so. I do have a thought here. If it's doing this, we take the stock car, and it still does it, and we can get big bonuses on rewards and stuff by continually running. Can we do that in the first episode of a new season? And get us a whole bunch of money? That's a good question. Do it there at the 500 mark. That was a much better call right there. It looks like our tire temps and everything is sitting very nice. We'll have to see how they are on the 3rd lap. I killed it. I went a little bit too quick into that, killed it, and we lost a lot of time, so I'm going to try to make it up the best I can without overdoing it. There we go, a little bit better an exit there. Still nearly 10 seconds behind, so I mean, that's not great. A bit of a slide there. Wasn't expecting to do that, but we did that. Your temp kind of creep it up a little bit there. Looks like fuel, we're almost out. Uh-oh. I hope at least we make the lap here. I think we will make the lap. I just noticed that the fuel light was on. I don't know how long it's been on. So. As long as we can make the lap, that's the thing to me. And there we go. 3770, it looks like we also made for the last lap. So we made like 20,000. I do apologize. Just whacked the mic. Just completely beamed it right there. Do apologize about that. I was a little excited to want to throw my hands up. And yeah, no, that's not a good idea. So just whack the mic. Anyway, 5 minutes 48 total time, so 30 seconds under. So about 10 seconds faster than we needed to be per lap, which isn't wild. We did a 150.895, so we'll basically say 151. So yeah, that's about our 10 seconds faster there. We had our second lap being really slow, but if we would have made that, we could have been even faster. But I think we're okay. A 1 minute 50 though for a car under 400 horsepower and no downforce. That is pretty impressive for this little thing, I gotta be honest. Alright, so let's take a look here. We got this, our best lap time of 158.95. I wish I could do a replay. Probably could have. But yeah, maybe what I'll do next season is do every race like this as a replay. I think that'd be pretty cool. We'll see what happens though. Yeah, we had a 202.996, so yeah, we would have probably been a 152, 153 there. Yeah, 12 seconds. So I mean, we could say 10 seconds less, like a 152. So yeah, I definitely could have been better, but that's okay. We got to continue on and take a look at what else we can do here. After we get some fuel, we can see our little tiny blue bar on the bottom right is nearly completely gone. So we're gonna try not to kill it. Yeah, we still got a little bit too much cooling in the front. I think 40 maybe is where we'll go. So I think we were at 36. I'll have to definitely take a look at some point at what we were actually at, but I believe it was 36 there. I'm happening to notice it. Now I've noticed we're clipping the bike or the input capture here with engine and hood cams, so I do apologize if it's a little crunchy, crispy on that. I have been fighting my headset here to try to get my settings to work right, which allowed me to hear things more appropriately, but yeah, good old classic Razor stuff, you know. Wasn't bad back when I bought it all, but it's just gotten worse over time, unfortunately. So let's see. We need to first pop on out here. Accidentally hit the E key instead of the W key. Need to move over here. Tuning. It's 45. I'll just pull that back to 40. And there we go. Hop on in. We'll go ahead and take a look at where we need to go. Then we can get some fuel and head on over that way. Wherever it may be, right? Yeah, gravel, all of this gravel stuff. We're not going to bother with any of that. We could do pure classics here. That one's a good little one to do. Why not? We'll go ahead and set route for there. And I do have to do something while we get some fuel. It might not work the way I would like it to, but I think we'll be able to do it. We will be able to do it, just that it won't work the way I would like it to, but that's okay. Let's go ahead, refuel. Go ahead and click that, and I bet you, yeah, that is going to do that. Okay, well, we want to go into the milestones, so I wanted to take a look. So we got 40 hours of game time. That's very nice. We've got Speeding Menace, trigger any speed trap and get a high speed. And another one. And another one. We got 500,000 from rewards. 100 liters of dry bulk. We've gotten that. 1,000 liters of dry bulk. 10,000 liters of dry bulk. So we've gotten a good few. We got a little bit of extra cash here. Maybe enough to cover some of the fuel expense here. Let's go ahead and see. We'll try this again. This thing only has like a 10.5 gallon tank, and I don't think there is an option to put an additional like race tank in the trunk area here or something. As much as I would love to do that, because, well, 10.5 gallons goes very quick when we're talking about a performance build like this. I mean, this is not 700-800 horsepower type of a build, sure, but still, it is absolutely sucking that fuel down really fast, so that's okay. I also realized just now we're on bar there. We need to be on PSI, and I right-clicked, so there we go. Make sure you guys can read that well enough. Okay, my marker? Yep, I was wondering if it went away, and it's like it should catch up here, and it did. That's good. Alright, Vertex. You gotta watch the Vertex drivers, man. They're wild. They just pull out. We're just using the engine to kind of hold our speed here. We can take our little shortcut now that I'm starting to remember about it. Yeah, we're speeding. But apparently you didn't mind. Let's see, pure classics. There we go. So we're supposed to be taking the Bruckle 9, but honestly, I think we need to just wipe this one off, because if you guys ever wanted to take a look at some of these missions, you can go back to my previous seasons and see my different attempts at them using both the vanilla cars, other different cars. This mission, this episode, the missions, we are planning on just flying through them as quick as I can. Just gonna cruise on down, get on around this mission here. It's just 3 quick laps. That rear end just slid out there. Do anything more than braking, so. See if it's gonna slide out again on me here. Yeah. So there's something I gotta tune with that rear suspension. And I'm not really too sure what that could be. use the parking brake there. That didn't really do it. See, now we're getting front brakes really overheated, but that's because we come down to a really slow speed like that. Well, we absolutely destroyed this one. Let's be honest here. 2 minutes 37. We did it in a full minute faster. Almost to the dot, like 3:25. But yeah. That was kind of crazy. So that gives us a grand total of 7,000 plus 1,750 for 8,750 credits, bringing our total to 349,000 credits. And giving us some more XP. Awesome. Let's see. How was our laps? Yeah, last lap was that. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? So look, let's take a look, right? This was 0.343 faster than our best lap. And our time, all the way back in here, was practically that. I mean, we were almost off. Like, that second lap was exactly the same as the third lap. Wow. That's just that's kind of crazy to me. It's like that would have been off by a very small margin there. Let's get the motor up and running. We'll pop into the map. We got to take a look at our next mission here to tackle. We're going to go all the way on down. So we got Seal Brick Special, which is going to have some gravel, I believe. I'm not sure, but we're going to go there anyway. It looks like, let's see, where are we? Okay, so we're down over there. I don't really need the route then. Gonna try and get those front brakes to cool down a little bit here. Might need 1 or 2% more. I don't know. We can keep playing with it, but I think it's just gonna be a back and forth constant deal here. Trying to rely on the motor to slow us down to allow these brakes to cool down a good bit. Oh, I'm speeding, alright. I wasn't thinking about it. Here I am doing 45. I wasn't even looking at anything. But that should be okay. Our brakes are cooling down a good bit here. Using the handbrake actually there, the parking brake, to kind of help us slow down a little bit there. Oh, they're coming all right. But I'm almost onto the evade timer, so I want to try and get that. There we go. Yeah, our suspension is a little bit soft, I think, here. But and this is more of a streetable tuner type of mobile, so here it is, Seal Brick Special. So again, this is supposed to be a Bruckle 9 mission, but we know what we're doing. 4 minutes 55 looks like our goal. I'm obviously going to try not to crash, get any. It's kind of weird because they do have some of these with like penalty times. Like this one. How would I get a penalty time? Missing checkpoint? I don't think that works that way. I don't know. Whatever it is, it is. 1 minute 27 and a half is supposed to be our goal for the time for a lap. I think we're easily going to beat everything here. car is very shiny right here. Right or left? I do not know. Yeah, left. Okay. Ooh. Sliding around there and trying to focus on keeping that rear end from getting too far out of control, but we're all good there. A little bit late. I was kind of going back and forth on whether or not to brake or continue to gas, and that ended up putting me too far late on braking. Don't cut that too much. There we go. Be a little bit more cautious with this squiggly back and forth here. One more lap. Oh no, no, no. Oh, that was way too late on the braking there. I was committed into getting that next gear. Yeah, no, that was a bad move. Here we go. There we go. So our best lap was a 1:13.471. We did a total time of 3 minutes 49 seconds, 0.16. So good over a minute faster there. And our total rewards 9,000 plus 2,250 for a total of 11,250 credits, bringing our total to 361,000 credits. And of course, we get some more XP and a couple more vouchers, putting us up to 17 vouchers. All right, I think we got time for about one more mission to go and do. I'm not sure what it is, but when you leave a mission, it seems like it's trying to drive for a little bit there. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but it's okay. We do have bootleggers around again. That was kind of a gravel deal. Otherwise, we got drifting, and we've got these other guys. But there is a whole lot more. Not there. Trying to click here. Thank you. Let's go ahead and view these challenges. Let's see, milestones. Yes, we got 59 stars in the BMRA branch. Perfect. But that's where we can go and take a look at what we got for racing. So grid racing, we got some stuff as well. Let's go ahead and can I do this? No, that's right. It would get rid of that. So we have to take the standard Corvette And this won't give us a whole lot of money to start, but because of the way that I've done this, we should have our multiplayers ready to multiply all the money that we get through here. So this will be a pretty decent deal as well. Just take a few moments for it to spawn up all the other cars here. So first place, 105 is our goal, and to be no damage. So a little bit of a slight spin off the start, but mostly just the one wheel. I wanted to try to minimize as much as I could there with the spinning. No ABS, of course. We got to watch for this Pessima here. We got within millimeters of that fender. Wow. Just going to keep it in second because we're going to kind of spin there as we accelerate. No ABS. We kind of got to watch our braking a little bit. Got to watch our acceleration too. This might be my fastest time I've ever done this. Only one good way to know though for sure, so. There we go. Pretty quick, easy, simple. Quick little bit of cash. Let's see results. First place, 59 seconds, so under a minute. So we beat it by like 6 seconds right there. That's pretty awesome. And it looks like for rewards, we get $13.50 plus the $337.50. Which isn't a whole lot, but it helps out there. We got 2 more vouchers. We might have a couple more if they're this quick in the BMRA. Right, so let's go ahead and take our car on over to Seal Brick really quick. We'll kind of cruise nice and quick through here. Making sure I don't brake too late, though. Yeah, I can go right here. What was I thinking? I was like, I can't get around. Yes, I can. I'm being goofy. Whoa, hello there. That was a little ridiculously close. Yeah, we got a little bit of front end damage. It's going to mess the suspension up a little bit, but nothing that we need to worry about quite yet. There we go. So we can shut down the car, go back into the BMRA. So you can either do it through the map like I'm doing here, or you can just go into the pause menu, into this sort of a deal. So APM, we're in the rookie test driver phase as well. But yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of different things we can do. So here we got that done. Racing line assessment. You know, there's all of these different ones. Where was I that I had just gotten that racing deal? Am I going to special? No. No special challenges here. River crawl and production trials. Okay, there's more to do. Very nice. It says we have a milestone, but I'm really doubtful. Yeah, I didn't think so. All in general and nothing. Yep. BMRA. Where was I just at? Grid racing. Yeah. I don't know why it didn't show it to me the other time. That was kind of weird. Okay. We're going to go on to go home. So yeah, 3 racers, nothing too crazy. Just a little bit of money, nothing too much. Just to help us out a little bit. I mean, how many of these missions have I knocked out already? I mean, it's not even quite a full hour, and I want to say I've done like, what, 6 to 8? Probably going to have to count when I edit and put a little note there. It looks like we've got a Gambler edition down there too. So we'll have to be a little careful because we might have some stuff flying around. Looks like we can get 2,700 credits plus the bonus, so that'll be decent. Boy, that was kind of close. I'm gonna go ahead and bump him apparently. I was just looking at my basically try to see where my RPMs are sitting, and yeah, that didn't work out to my favor. But we have the drafting mod, so that's why that guy is actually getting up ahead so quick. And I was hoping to have that help me a little bit here. And he's into a pole. Can't forget about our little shortcut right here. Especially when you get a car like these with the base suspension, you got lots of wiggle room in there. You're all right. Some cars, you know, obviously like say the Scintilla, even with the stock suspension, are not going to make that very well. And there we go. Just a little front end damage just because of the ETK 800 series there, and how it was behaving with us, but we got everything done except for traffic enabled. So let's do that as well, because I would like to, if I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and shoot for it. We can go back, reconfigure, traffic enabled, and I'm wondering if now, because I can do that, I can go as much as 5. Let's do that. Let's see what 5 can be like. So it looks like it still didn't do that correctly, huh? No, it did not. Why did it not? And then it's just not doing it right. Okay, we got to abandon, go back to the main starting point and reset it, and then we can do it again. Which in this case is going to be through here, which is the way that I like to do it. Let's see, we go into motorsports. Yeah, so see, we don't get that one. We get time trials, drag racing, and drifting. If I go back and then go to career paths and then BMRA, then we get it. What am I doing differently here? I'm like confusing myself, I'll be honest. So yeah, here we are. We're going to go into the settings. We're going to go ahead and enable the traffic. We can use our car to go really crazy with it. We'll do that. To make it more fun, 5, pay, repair, and start. And of course, we're going to absolutely fly by everybody, but we got traffic, we got everything else. It's going to be a riot to do this, and we got to be extremely careful, mainly because if they will probably crash. There's a police car sitting here. There's a police car in the race. I'm scared. Why? Where's the traffic though? There we are. There we go. Okay, it didn't go as bad as I thought it could have been to start. We're good now. Let's go ahead and set one massive time here as well. It's a really quick time. Goes our camber for the right rear wheels, so we're going to be slidey there. Let's try that shortcut, even though it could end badly. Yep, we're all right. Engine died. That didn't help anything when I was sliding around there. Still going to win, there's no doubt about that. Keeps spinning me around. I had to turn off my air conditioner too. It was Starting to do his thing again, so I do apologize if there was audio issues there earlier. I forgot about that completely. That didn't go as great as I planned, but, you know, says, ah, well, nice try. Well, I won. I did it under 1 minute 50, which doesn't give us an extra, but we got the extra for traffic enabled, so there is that. Continue here, I guess, even though we were a different location and whatever, we'll you know, this is fine. And I think, yeah, we're gonna have to take the car back. I'm probably gonna have to do some cruising to go ahead and get cars all fixed up and stuff, but now we've got ourselves a little bit more money. About 100,000 over the hour, which isn't too bad, but in the scheme of it, what really matters to me is we got a bunch of the missions done here, so that definitely plays a role into helping out. And man, this thing is just sliding everywhere. Thank goodness, I was about to roll over, I thought. But no, we're good, we're good. This thing is going to be worth $0 by the time I'm done with it. Nobody's going to want it because how much I crash it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's see. Do I have anything? Probably not, right? No, I would do our insurance policy score, which... do a little refresher for you on our policies. Yeah, this is where our scores stand. Our daily driver has gone up quite a bit. We're up to a $705.94 premium. But we can see it was 841, so I mean it's going down a little bit. New policy score of 148. That's July 23rd. Okay, it's showing the oldest first. Here we go. So now we can see where we're at. Clean driving record, accident forgiveness, you know, policy renewed for 504. So like we were really cheap for a little bit there. A couple hundred credits, but that adds up, you know, 10 times, it's 2,000 credits, so on and so forth. But guys, I do think that's going to be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to hit that like button. If you want more BeamNG content, go ahead and subscribe. If you have any other topics, opinions, suggestions, comments, thoughts, things that you want to talk about, just go ahead and put them down in the comments or go to the description, click the link, join my Discord, and let me know directly there as well. Again, that is it for today's episode, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.